Neoverse is an anime-inspired take on the deck-building roguelike genre, featuring bland 3D graphics with stiff animations, forgettable music, and a convoluted UI. The gameplay is both too simple and somehow too convoluted for this game to keep up with the big boys of the genre. Neoverse was developed by Tino Games. It appears to be their first game based on everything I could find about them online, and while not a great entry by any means, they have put together something that is worth checking out if you're a fan of the genre. There is pretty much no story outside of things have gone bad, travel through time to fix it. That's all you get at the start, and there's nothing more after the comically bad "you have won" end screen on a successful run. There are 3 main characters to choose from for each run. First up is Ancient Naya, who focuses on guns with her initial deck. You will quickly unlock other decks, but they didn't feel that different and only affected the first few fights. Second up is Paladin Claire. Her initial deck focuses on gaining large armor pools and healing herself constantly. Fights with her tend to take a while, but I won the game and its 10 fights on my very first run with her. Finally is Summoner Helena. As her name implies, she creates guardian summons. These are creatures she can command to help her in battle, either offensively or defensively. None of it ends up feeling very balanced. Paladin Claire's healing focus deck was able to easily push through multiple difficulty levels with only one time where I went under 10 HP. I won my first 3 runs with her after not being able to win a single run with either of the other 2 characters on their initial decks. The systems work similar to something like Slay the Spire or Monster Train. Your character has an overall HP pool that leads to game over when it reaches 0. Cards have a set energy cost, and you begin combat with 5 energy points. The deck choice at the beginning of each run mainly controls which style of card you have the most of to begin with. Throughout the run, all cards you have unlocked will be available no matter what your initial choice was. One of the main issues I had with the game is just how long combat can take. My second run of the game using Claire took over an hour to complete and was actually successful. One of the main draws in a game like this is it's easy to pick up, and that just one more run nature as you constantly try to become good enough to win is a huge drawing point. When a run can take over an hour, that enjoyment is greatly lessened. There is an item shop that offers up cards and use items at any time. You will earn coins throughout your run and will be constantly purchasing various items. After each successful level, you will choose from 1 to 3 different paths that have their own difficulty levels and rewards. The graphics are fully 3D, which is not the norm for this type of game. Unfortunately, they feature mobile phone level character designs and early 2000s animations. Music is equally as low quality. It's not offensive in any way, but there is nothing memorable about it. By far, my biggest issue with the game is that it ends up feeling tedious. There is a combo system that requires you to use cards that match the various color types that denote what type of card it is. Red is used for damage, blue for defense, purple are instant casts, and yellow are constant buffs. This invariably leads to the mindless matching of colors to gain these combo points, which give you double damage on your next attack. The lack of balance in this system just killed things for me in the long run. In conclusion, Neoverse is not great in any way, nor is it really good in most. There are some decent ideas, however, and I am interested to see what comes from this developer in the hopes that they can match their execution with their ambition. I wouldn't recommend an outright purchase right away. It's definitely something you would want to check out on Game Pass. It is available on Xbox One, Series X and S, and Windows 10 PC. It is available for Game Pass on both console and PC. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time here on XboxEra.